Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my very first plan with me video. So here I have some of my sticky notes of what I need to put in today. So I think I'm just going to stamp along and play some music and stop when I need to tell you something, I guess. Okay, before that I just want to point out that yes, these are February inserts. I made a boo-boo, so I'm going to cover that up with January headers that I'm going to be cutting out and just pasting them on. But first I'm going to be stamping a background right here, and you'll see that. So here you see I made a mask to mask off the areas in which I write, and I'm using the Atelier Dreams meal planning breakfast set and using that as a background. And the stamp color here the ink color I'm using here is what's this? Versacolor GNC. I'm not too sure. I'll put it in the description box down below, but they're all Versamagic colors. So here I clustered the stamps on a large stamp block, and I'm masking off the areas in which I'm going to write and stamping the areas in the background. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh. This is harder than I thought. Okay, so I brought in a larger post-it note to mask, and should have totally made two masks to mask off two of the rectangles, but hey ho, what can you do? So I'm just masking off, keep stamping, and yeah, I should have used a smaller stamp block, and you'll see me use one right here, using for the little yogurt. So I can just keep doing that, and ta-da, finished. And don't forget to clean off your stamps, always. So here I have these masking stickers that I'm using for the headers, since it's not February, it's January. So I just stamped January using the Atelier Dreams script dates set and using that to cover up February. Okay, so now I'm using the toaster from the meal planning breakfast set and using that to encase the dates. But here I totally forgot to erase the dates, so I'm doing that right now. And I'm using the same ink color that I used for the background to stamp out the toaster. So I'm doing that on all 7 days. And yeah. Okay, so this was my last week, and I'm looking at the weekend banner and I'm thinking, which one should I use? Should I use the same one? Should I use the other one? And so here I'm using the horizontal weekend banners from Atelier Dreams as well, and trying to figure out the placement of where I want the week / end to be. And here I'm ombreing two inks, Thatched Straw and GNC, I think. And so I'm ombreing that, masking off the side, and I stamped it out. And you will see, after you've halfway through this video, you will see that I totally decide to switch things up. So this is not the end result. So I'm taking the script dates, and now I'm going to stamp out the dates into the tiny little toaster. The dates totally fit, and I'm pretty sure they will fit in other of the shapes in the meal planning breakfast set. So here I have the flag it set, and I'm using the diagonal striped one with Thatched Straw again, and I'm going to be using that to write my work hours. So I'm just stamping that and fast forwarding. I wish I could stamp this fast. This process actually took me probably an hour and a half to do. And now I'm using the word work from the planning day set, and I'm stamping that in between the toaster date and the diagonal striped banner. And I'm using the computer from the me time set, and I'm going to be using that to denote that I am filming this video on Monday, and I'm actually filming this voiceover on Wednesday. So I'm using the word record and edit from the me time set, and I'm gonna stamp that in the computer. And then I'm using the ampersand from the planning day set to add and. Now here I'm using a Studio L2E stamp from the Coffee's First stamp set and using that to encase my meal plan. So I'm just fast forwarding. Oops, made a boo-boo, it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm using the fork and knife from the planning day set to put a little icon, because aren't icons so So cute. Oh my gosh, I love icons. I read somewhere that someone wants to be an icon, and yeah, I would want to be that icon. Oh, I totally missed it. Here, kick flip, ink lid flip. Oh my gosh, I just had to slow-mo that. So here I'm using the package. Oh my gosh, I'm moving too fast. Okay. Putting a frame for the note section, and you'll see this other frame. It will magically disappear in the final product. Stay tuned so you will see what happens. And I'm using this Don't Forget from the Planning Day set and stamping that there. Bam. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my habit tracker using the weekly checklist from Atelier Dreams as well. And so I'm doing the Monday to Saturday one. Monday to Sunday, sorry. And I'm using my last week's spread as a reference. So now you see here, spacing a little too big, and I'm cramping, no. And that's when I'm like, okay, I hate this. I need to do it again. So I do the whole insert over again. And now you'll see me here clustering the breakfast items. I chose the egg, the waffle, the croissant, the yogurt, and the donut. And here I changed the headers of the month to this yellow color because I feel like it was a little too much green, so I've decided to break things up with some more yellow. Here I'm putting the frame, and then I'm doing the weekly checklist again. Oop, that was my phone. Weekly checklist again. So now you'll see me doing it a little slower and more carefully, and keeping in mind that I need to fit it all in that box, so to not make the spaces so wide. So I finally get it down, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to do this 3 more times. Okay, so now I nixed the frame, and I figured it's gonna take up too much space. So here I'm redoing the weekend banner, and I figured the side ombre didn't work, so I'm gonna do top and bottom ombre. And I masked off the little toaster so that I could put the week next to the toaster to maximize my space. So I'm doing that with the end, masking off both sides so that it doesn't get all over the place, and stamp it. I feel like that looks much better than the previous attempt. Don't you think? I think. Okay, now I'm filling in with my pen. I'm finally committing to using a pen. I used to only use pencil, and now I'm just like, okay, I just need to use pen. I need to use some pen, right? So here I'm just writing the headers for my weekly habit tracker. And here. So Tally's new release is on Thursday, tomorrow actually, because it's Wednesday night right now. So I figured it could use a special border. And I'm using online for me time, just to remind me I need to be online at 7 in the morning. Tally, why do you have to make it so early? I mean, for us West Coasters. So here I'm adding a banner checklist from Sprinkle Pug. You can find her on Etsy or on Store Envy. I'll leave her links down below, and I'm using that as a to-do checklist. So I figured since I'm probably not going to get all this recording and editing done on Monday, I'm going to put a reminder to do it on Tuesday, yet I still did not get it done by Tuesday. Oops. I hope you enjoyed my video, and stay tuned for more Plan With Me's. I focus heavily on stamping, so if you love stamping, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. Bye!